Well, sure, along last winter, we had a revival meeting at Pumpkin Center, and I think pretty nigh the whole town got religion, and I calculate we needed it. Things got so bad in our church one spell, we had to have a one-armed elder take up the collection. And we didn't get it all then. Well, some nights there was as many as 200 come forward to the mourner's bench, and from the testimony what they gave in, it just looked as though more than half of Pumpkin Center ought to be in jail. Well, one night, just as the choir had got through singing, "What will the harvest be?" old Jim Lawson woke up and said he guessed the harvest would be all right. His rye would go about 40 gallons to the acre. And he would have said more, only Deacon Witherspoon headed him off, while we all expected to see Jim get religion, for along in the winter he got a mighty bad steer. He was coming home from the drugstore, carrying most of the door inside of him, and he run his peg leg through a knot hole in the sidewalk, and the darned old fool stood there and walked around that peg leg till daylight. Deacon Witherspoon asked Jim if he wanted going to mend his ways, and Jim said no. He guessed he'd mend that sidewalk. Besides, there wasn't only one knot hole there, and he knowed why that was now. While we had some great singing at the revival meeting, we had a choir consisting of Abe Slocum first base, Hy Atkins second base, and Dave Martin pitcher, and he pitched it so high no one could sing it, and Dave, well, he couldn't carry a tune in the valise. So Samantha Hoskins done most of the singing, though I don't think Samantha's singing converted anybody, but Samantha just had to sing. Gosh, you couldn't stop her with a red lantern. Well, the Reverend Obadiah White was a-preaching to us, and he went to say, "This world is but a fleeting show." And he said, "This world is but a flowing sheet." I should have said, "This world is but a shouting flea." I mean, dear brothers and sisters, this world is but a fleeing shout. Well, the choir had to sing 4 times before they could get order, and I just had to snicker right out. Nancy said I was a burning shame and a disgrace to the whole community, but gosh, I'm laughing about it yet. Then Deacon Williams stood up and said, "Satan has wonderful inducements to offer the sinner. Yea, verily I say unto you, dear brothers and sisters, hell is full of beautiful women, fast horses, automobiles, and champagne." And old Jim Lawson stood right up in the meeting house and said, "Oh, death, where is thy sting?" Well, that busted up the revival meeting at Pumpkin Center.